G'day, hi, and welcome. What horrible sounding birds. Okay, so here's where I'm at. Animals, always interrupting my freaking videos. Okay, so I got my glove on again. So basically, I got the caliper off, and it's not as bad as I thought. I had to use my, I'll get things going here. I had to use my poor little C-clamp there, bent the little handle on it. Getting that, but the good news is the piston went back in. I hit it with some brake clean, and you can see almost some metal here from wire brush. This wire brush is just a little bit too big, but I'm going to do some fine detailing in there. But here's the good news. Here's the good news. Again, just because it looks bad doesn't mean it is. There, 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 there. That's nice and smooth. That even kind of springs back a bit. There, 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 there. These are what seize up and make everything. The grommets, as you can see, are good. Grommet on that side's good. 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 And yeah, so I'm going to work those a bit. This is what I'm going to put in there. And this is basically lubricant for basically this kind of stuff, where you can't put oil on these things because you can't get oil on the brakes. That's kind of the downside to brakes, is you can never protect them from rust and stuff. But you can see when you clean it out, it actually doesn't look half bad. Now, let's look at my pivot studs again. See, these pivot studs, I'm going to see if I can replace these if I can. I'll clean them up. I'll put some of this Clean Flow Easy Slide synthetic. It's basically a silicone, goes on there. Clean these up. You know, see if they're, that one kind of looks, I can't tell if that one's bent or not. But if it's not, what I'm going to do is just like clean these up really, really good. And here's the other one right here. They're a 10mm socket, if you're wondering. A legendary 10mm. And yeah, once these go in here, and obviously when they slide, you know, they need to slide freely, because that's what helps spring back your brake. So you can see just by a little bit of maintenance, you know, like these were actually not that bad. So that means this caliper is still a functioning caliper. And the seal doesn't look that bad. The face is a little bit tarnished because all that metal on metal contact. You know, but yeah, it worked. It worked. So now I'm not sure, but I may need wheel bearings at some point. I think that's what that's telling me. But well, I'll worry about that at a later date, as long as I can get through the winter. Right now it's more about getting through the winter. This, I've been using Thor here and Marshmallow just to see if it'll come off. It's probably going to take a couple of days. I've never worked on a Dodge where I could get the darn drum brake rotor assembly off in one shot. You know, it just doesn't work like that. So I'm not going to even get to the other side today. Too bad. I was hoping to get both done, but you know, that's why, like, you know, I have with two vehicles, you can take your time with one, do it right the best you can. Right now, doing it right means don't put any more money into it until you know this thing's going to make you money. Because I don't want to buy all kinds of new stuff. I'm willing to waste $40 or $50 on pads, you know, as an experiment, just to see how long I can get with. If I get 3 or 4 months out of the pads, fine. You know, but if I don't, then that's when, you know, let's say the truck breaks down January 1st. Well, I'm out of a vehicle for the winter. This is my winter vehicle. So the other thing I'm going to do in here, you can see, like, you know, like the exhaust, that exhaust is pretty old and stuff. I don't want to put too much money into this truck if I can help it. I just want to make my money back off of it and get it through the winter. And then if it's still alive in the spring, well then, I mean, I can do stupidly fun things with a Dodge Hemi. So, but if I can get a couple of seasons, winter seasons out of it, I'm also okay with that too. But yeah, so not going to replace this yet. I'm going to wait till the spring. Not going to replace that yet. I'm going to wait till the spring. It'll be the same on the other side, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to do something about this. My hunch is that that brake in there is probably not going to be that bad. But then again, it's probably the original emergency brake. So it's either going to be, it depends, because some people never use their emergency brakes. I do. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to just kind of keep working on this, see how much cleaner I can get it, put it on, and just see if I could make it work back and forth really nice and smoothly. If that works, if these work nice and smoothly back and forth, and that works smoothly, I think a lot of it too is just that this vehicle's been sitting, and for that also keeps these things kind of stiff. The more it works, the more it's going to work. Hoses are okay. You got to be watch really carefully that you don't crimp a hose or whatever. Once you got a small leak, you've got a leak. You know what I mean? You don't want to leak on your brake system. So anyway, I'm going to go with that. I'll see if I can get this off. If I can't, I can't. I got some penitent spray, the honey goo in there. We'll see what happens. Sometimes you let it sit for a day or two and it magically 2 or 3 taps and comes off. Most of the time you have to beat on it like an orangutan, but I also don't want to break this because then I have to buy a new one. I know it need a new one. Like, I know it's done, but it'll live. Like, it'll live for a little while longer. So I'm just going to wire brush the crap out of everything for now. And yeah, there we go.